1 Reincarnation. You are listening at FameTV.info. Ray, a 15-year-old kid, was currently on his deathbed. The reason for his demise was a few bullies who had been torturing him for his whole life, but today they took things too far. Ray had had a hard life. His father died when he was young, leaving his mom to raise a kid as a single mother. Luckily for them, his father had left some money that made their life a little bit easier, but Ray's life outside the house away from his loving and kind mother had been a complete hell. Although he never told his mother, he had been bullied daily ever since the death of his father. Even the bullies kept the beating directed away from his face, although that was the feature they hated the most. Because of his diligence, talents, and good looks, Ray had a lot of girls that were after him, but some of the boys in the class were very unhappy at this. Most stupid of things, they bullied him over the girls liking him more than them. At first the bullying wasn't too over the top, and Ray complied with most of the things as he didn't want to get in trouble with the school and cause his mother any problems. But his attitude had made the bullies more and more confident and deranged, and they started to physically abuse him. Although he fought back at the start, that only resulted in the number of bullies to grow. Still, to avoid causing trouble for his mother, he kept it to himself, but today he felt like he shouldn't have. The woman had been what had kept him from ending it all, but he realized he was also the reason she didn't either. Without him, she wouldn't have any more ties to the world. Ray's mother had only loved his father and him as much as she had loved her parents, and without any of them in the world, she would end it herself as she had. He had loved her and tried to keep things to himself, but he should have let them out and shared his pain. Who knows, it might have even changed his ending. As he felt this life slipping away, Ray wished and prayed to any and all deities he could think of. Please, Kami. God. Whoever holds the greatest power in the world. My mother is a kind and sweet woman, but she has suffered a lot during this life. Please let her be happy wherever she is from now on. And if possible, please give me the strength to be happy in my next life. With those thoughts, Ray died and darkness swallowed his being, and he appeared in the depth of a dimension where no other being was present, but in the void that had been without any sign of light or darkness. A brightness equal to thousands of suns burning at once appeared near Ray's soul. The light receded to reveal the figure of an old man. His face was free of any wrinkles, and if Ray had been awake to look at it, he would feel happy as would anyone else. The old man spoke. Child, although your life was hard, you never once took it out on an innocent and were a good person till the end of your life. Although you won't hear or remember this until you, never mind. Your wishes will be fulfilled. With a thought from the old man, Ray's soul vanished to a world completely separate from ours, one where the impossible was possible, one where magic existed. Who opened the curtains? I just died. What's the hell is this? How can I speak? How can I see? What's happening? With all those thoughts running in his head, Ray's eyes slowly adjusted and he found himself being stared at by a woman. But Ray wasn't scared at the fact he was held in the arms of this giant. He felt safe. He felt the love that he had only felt from his mother. Ray knew he had his wishes granted. At this moment he was happy that his mother from his previous life will be happy, and that he had been reborn and once again had a loving mother. Arthur, look at him. He knows I am his mother. Look. Look. Our son is so smart. The man beside Ray's new mother, Arthur, showed his face, and from him Ray felt the same love he had from his father. He thanked the deity that had granted his wishes. He couldn't even care if he'd been given any special strengths or anything, as long as he had a loving family like before, he was content. But his happiness grew as he found he had a larger family, 5 brothers, Bill, Charlie, Percy, Fred and George. With their red hair and chatter he picked up during their visit to the hospital they were in, Ray the bookworm soon realized where he was and who he was as well. Arthur, I have completely recovered and I can take care of little Ron back at home. We can't afford to stay here any longer. With those words, Ray realized he had been born into the world of Harry Potter as Ron Weasley. Listen to the full novel at FameTV.info, direct link in the description.